Hello, everybody. It's Kimberly here, and it's late at night, but I decided to take the time to read this message to you from Mary Magdalene that I just received, and it was such an encouragement for me. I had an exceptionally, unusually low day, and I was feeling pretty down, so I finally just heeded the call to hike up on my mountain and doubled my time up there. Usually I only hike for about 45 minutes to an hour, and I was up there for 2 hours today and came back much relieved after shedding numerous tears and asking for the angels and the fairies to help me here. So later on I decided to sit down and write and see who came forward, and again it was Mary, so I just thought I would share. My dear child, you are loved beyond anything you can perceive or comprehend. You have a host of angels and guides surrounding you as you write, cheering you on, thankful that you allow this message to come through, for many will be encouraged by these words. Let me give you some history. You are living during a time that was foretold by Yeshua over 2,000 years ago. Growing up, he referred to this time as the second coming of Christ and used to measure clouds with your fist and watch to see if they would grow into the cloud that Jesus would come riding in upon. You imagined heaven and what it would be like to sit on Jesus' lap and have always felt connected to this time in a special way. Little did you know then that you are a part of the plan that was put into place many thousands of years even before Christ lived on earth. The Christianity you came from called this the plan of redemption, and although they had many of the details wrong, the idea was correct. Now you have come to understand this process as ascension and know that you and many other light workers like you have come to save Earth. As you know, this time was foretold by the Mayan calendar because we are working with cosmic energies that run in great cycles of approximately 26,000 Earth years, as well as an additional longer energetic cycle that is of this time frame that has always been a fixed point in space and time. Although it was hoped during the time of Atlantis 26,000 years ago that Earth would be able to ascend, it was largely understood that due to the level of Earth's vibration, the low level, ascension to the fifth dimension would not occur until after the 12-12-12 date, which coincided not only with the end of the next 26,000 year cycle, but two other galactic cycles of 78,000 years and 26 million years. Many of you were incarnate during Atlantis and perished in the cataclysm that followed. It was a difficult time for those who were deeply involved. From that disaster, however, came forth success in that adjustments were made to the plan to aid Earth, as much was learned at that time that helped us develop the approach we're using now. One of these changes was in how we used the twin pairs. During Atlantis, very few twins are incarnated together, as most opted to have their counterpart remain in spirit as a guide. Today, most of the twin flame missionaries have incarnated in pairs with specific plans to meet up, trigger awakening in each other, and begin to transmute negative energies and retemplate the old patterns in preparation for the influx of energy that continues to come in greater amounts. In addition, we are sending a massive influx of twins to Earth to work together to transmute the many variant forms of perverted energy that exist here because of duality. As larger and more frequent waves of energy inundate Earth, the preparation you've gone through since 2012 will be of inestimable value. We know the way has been difficult, but as you went through the heartbreak of separation from your twin, you cleared out great amounts of residue and significantly raised your vibration, enabling you to sync with the new energies coming in and use them to effect incredible change. That is why we congratulate you so heartily for your accomplishments. As you hiked on your mountain today feeling low, we listened to you and brought you relief. How we wished you could have seen the elementals who danced around you and raised your vibration with their magical powers of transformation. We also sent you butterflies to lead you on your way. The time will come soon where you will be able to see these things more easily. As you know, prophecies in the New Testament speak of a latter rain. Yeshua's disciples, among whom I initially belonged, had a small taste of this new energy when we gathered in the upper room for 40 days after his ascension. During that time, we talked and grew in bonds between each other, remembering all the things that Yeshua had taught us. Those who were literate spent many hours in writing his teachings as others discussed them, comparing information, notes, and memories, and in general seeking out to understand what our mission was to be. At the end of the time, your Bible talks of tongues of fire that hovered above the heads of the disciples in that room, which prepared us all for going out on our mission. That day became known as the day of Pentecost and was a foreshadowing of what will take place later, that began to be called the end of time and was referred to as the latter rain that would fall. In fact, what was being referred to was Earth's ascension and the waves of energy from the photon belt that would begin to inundate the world with increasing intensity starting in 2012 and which will continue for some 100 years or so. Fast forward nearly 2,000 years and we come to your now. Light workers such as yourselves began to incarnate several generations ago in order to prepare for Earth's ascension, as foretold by the Mayan calendar. Galactic energies come in cycles, the last occurring at the time of Atlantis 26,000 years ago. During that time, we discovered that merely working with the energies that Earth is bathed in during the 26,000-year cycle is not enough. And we realized from that experience, indeed, that we would have to wait for the accumulation of 3 galactic cycles in 2012. And to ensure the success, we asked for an army of incarnated light workers to sign up for the next ascension mission. Approximately 20% of Earth's population at this time are light workers of one type or another. Most are still not yet awake, and nearly half of that number are children, still too young to take on significant outward work, but they are already having an effect on raising Earth's vibrations simply by the purity of their souls. With very few exceptions, these children are born into homes or close relation to one or more light workers in order to assure their safety. It is not a coincidence that many of you are feeling called to work with children, because these special souls need as much help and support as you can give them in order to successfully fulfill their mission in years to come. The twin flames are the largest single type of light worker in action now. As you have received information from me and Archangel Michael before, on that, I will not elaborate further. Although your number is relatively small in terms of the total population of Earth, you are among the forerunners preparing the way for others whose awakenings are occurring now and are to follow in ever-increasing numbers. You and your listeners are in the first set of twin flames to awaken and have had relatively little assistance from the influx of photon energy until now. It seems, or so your task has been extremely difficult. For those of you who met and awakened many years ago, it seems as if relief will never come. But we assure you that it will not always be like this. A large influx of energy is approaching Earth that will aid in accelerating the process of energy clearing, coming together in physical union with your twins and helping you move forward with your mission in ways that you have not dreamed possible. We have given your star sister, Katrina Lucas, information about the tidal wave of new energy that is coming in. Earlier waves have reached and aided Earth before, but compared to what is coming, that has been only a little taste. Many of you have experienced your initial awakenings during these earlier waves, so you know what transformative power they have. The April activations contained a small influx of this energy, and we also used that time frame to remove energetic blocks between the higher dimensional aspects of yourselves to prepare you for what is coming next. During that time, many twins united physically, but in the 3D, old energies still made physical union difficult to maintain. You will see significant changes in interactions with your twin as you are aided in working with these energies in the times to come. One of the best ways to work with this wave of new energy is to use it to amplify your power of manifestation. Before, manifestation took more time and didn't always come through as you expected, but with the July 17 wave of photon energy coming in, you will find an increased ability to manifest quickly. Those of you who have been setting up your mission and preparing to launch, or have already done so, will see miracles take place to aid you on your way. We kindly suggest you use this incredible power toward bringing about physical union with your twin, and that you begin to prepare for that now by setting your intentions. If you have not begun your mission yet, start to plan and take action now to use this next wave of energy. This wave begins on the 17th but continues for some time afterward, and this energy will accelerate in frequency and size as time comes on. But those who are prepared to use the waves before they occur will see incredible things happen to come in waves and they use it to propel their mission and unions forward. Start planting the seeds now so that when the new energy is available to you, you will be able to move forward with incredible ease. Again, we thank you for giving yourself so fully to this mission, even when the going seemed impossible and you felt like giving up. Know that the fire inside you which kept you going was planted by you before you were born. It is imprinted upon your internal map, and you have this map within you as an everlasting guide which you can access anytime you need. In addition, we wish to remind you that you are an incredibly powerful being. As a twin flame light worker, you are a valuable resource. Those of you who have become discouraged, we shower you with our love and invite you to seek us out anytime you feel down. Know that your incredible gifts are needed on earth at this time, and we thank you for your sacrifice. With all our love, Mary Magdalene and the Delegates of Light. Thank you all very much for your listening, and I appreciate your subscribing to my channel. One more comment I just wanted to make very briefly about the fact that I have removed the ability to make comments on my channel, and I just want to say that I'm very sorry to have chosen to do that. But for me, it's just purely a decision that I made based on my need and desire to keep all of my my channels open toward where the messages that I receive and the insights that I get. And I don't want to have anything that makes me feel somewhat held back from posting it on my YouTube channel, because I know that I'm helping so many of you. The percentage of people who are beginning to use my channel as a place to write their opinions that were kind of challenging my viewpoint on things was very, very tiny. I know it's just a fraction of the total number of you out there who appreciate so much what I'm doing. And it's just for me, I just have to say it's a thing that I knew that in my own mind it was becoming a distraction, and I just need to be able to post these things and not worry in my mind about the people who disagree with me. And if I don't see their comments, then I don't have to think about that. So my blessings and love to everyone, whether they agree with me or not. I have no desire, or certainly no desire to create a large following of people that just become like all about, oh, this is, we believe what she says or we don't or whatever. I'm just sharing my thoughts and my opinions and my insights that I get from my own processes of mental processes, and then also from my channelings. And people can certainly move on to other places to get information if they don't agree with what I'm saying. So with love and light to all of you, if I do so much appreciate the comments that I was receiving. I got many new insights and understandings as well from those. So I really do invite you to email me, even if it's not about a reading. Just email me and share whatever thoughts you have. As long as I can keep up with responding to them, I will. I'm sure the time will come where I won't be able to, but much love to you all and appreciate your support.